Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video. This video is all about the value of Boba Fett and explaining, his in real world value on his toys and collectibles. And we'll even mention his comic book first appearance as well. And this is to help out for research for people who are in Veve who may not quite understand about how valuable Boba Fett collectibles are. And we'll talk about the Boba Fett that's in the app, that's coming in the app in a day from now. And if you're watching this video after he's already in the app, this might give you a sense of, just how valuable Boba Fett collectibles can get and why, So anyway, if you like this video after you watch it, just hit like. That would be great. Please comment down below. I really want to know what you think about this and about Boba Fett. If you're a collector of Star Wars, memorabilia and action figures in the real world, if you know about this or not, just let me know down below what you think about Boba Fett. And also, if you want to join my channel as a member, that would be great. Or subscribe. You'll get more videos like this for sure. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the description of the video, of all my videos. And I'll do my best to follow you back and we can continue the conversation there. But anyway, let's get into this. So Boba Fett is widely considered as pretty much the #1 toy in the world in regards to value. Now, there are other scarce toys that have come along that do have huge value, of course, that match up with Boba Fett. Some have sold higher, but generally speaking, out of the most popular toys in regards to, Hasbro and, all these kind of companies, Kenner and all the stuff in the 80s and 70s and going back further, even into Disney stuff, Boba Fett collectibles are pretty much the most valuable toys you can get. And there's a few reasons why. It's the character, it's the franchise, it's the marketing behind Star Wars back in the day, in the 70s when they matched it up with the movie, the scarcity, all this stuff. So I'm just going to show you a few that are really valuable, that are old and new, and we can talk about the Boba Fett that's in Veve, like the first appearance, because that is the crazy part, right? So let's get into that just for a second. This is the Boba Fett that's in Veve. So this is the first appearance of Boba Fett as an NFT on the blockchain, all right? So as we know, first appearances are always the most valuable, basically, of all collectibles and, NFTs and everything like that. First appearances are key in comic books as well. So you have now the first appearance of Boba Fett on the blockchain as an NFT, digital collectible, whatever you want to call it, in Veve, right? And there's 3 variations, and I'm going to focus on the ultra rare because the ultra rare is the the one that's the most scarce and animated. So that's the one. So the real question people are asking me, now that he's been announced to come to the app, is how much is he going to be worth? And I did a price prediction video. You can go watch that just for day 1, just kind of the general sense of what the community might think he's going to be worth. So you can check that out. I just posted it. But, that's for day 1. I'm talking long term here. I'm talking what's he going to be in the future? So as a reference point, like we usually do with all this type of stuff in Veve, is we look in the real world. And, it's not an exact comparison, but we do this with comic books as well. We look at the real world value of a comic book when it drops in Veve, and we try to determine, how much it could be worth potentially, right? And it's never the same because they're not the same. But it's a really good way to do research and educate yourself on the value of things. And this is just one of those videos. So hopefully it helps out. So let's just talk a little bit about this right here. So here are some Boba Fett toys. Now, I didn't cherry pick these. I just went straight to eBay and I just looked at the sold listings, the most recents. And this is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is July 28th, 2022. So these prices are current for this time. They will change depending on when you're watching this video. But this is one right here. This is a 1983 Boba Fett. So this is like the third version of him, and he's got the different cover, the little scene there where he's on Jabba the Hutt, where he's in on the sail barge. And this particular one on eBay, this is 1983, sold for $5,000 US on July 28th. So this is a sealed collectible. You can see one over my shoulder right there, right? But this is a sealed collectible, and it goes from 1983. Now this isn't exactly super scarce either. There's a decent amount of these floating around, and this one's not even graded. Now this one's a little bit more valuable because it's a Canadian version, and I'm in Canada, so I love that. But it is a little bit more scarce than the standard Kenner version, right? That's the company that produced them. But this isn't the original Boba Fett. This isn't the first appearance, and it's still going for over $5,000, just a couple of days ago, right? So let's check this out. This is another one right here, and this is getting a little bit, more, interesting, right? So this is a Lily Letty, they call it right here. This is a Boba Fett right here, and it has a removable rocket, and this is just a loose figure. This is not in the package, but it has has been graded, okay? And this one is a little bit scarcer, and this one sold, you know, for about $10,000 on June the 9th, right? So this is like, that is big time as we go up. It's because this one's a little bit scarce, but this is what I'm talking about. Boba Fett collectibles are hugely valued. This one in particular because the rocket was able to take out, and I'll explain what the rocket means and the rocket firing one in just a minute. But like, you know, as scarcer they go, as rarer they go, the price goes up, of course. But this isn't even the first one either, right? So we're talking about FAs here, right? First appearances. So here's just a newer one because I don't want people to think I'm just going back in time and picking the scarcest stuff. This is just a bust of Boba Fett, like, you know, a big life-size one, which is great. This one sold for about $1,300 on July the 8th. So, you know, this is brand new, this one. This is Sideshow Collectibles, and they do all the figures. Like, you can see my Mando right here. You know, there he is, peek a peek. Anyway, he's a Sideshow figure in Hot Toys. So these statues, they go upwards of 1,000 or more, and that's brand new today. Now, there are other collectibles like that too. That's not just Boba Fett, but it's just showing that there is value in the new stuff as well, right? Let's go on to another one. Now, this one's getting a little bit more interesting. This is a Meccano version of Boba Fett from '83, and so this one is, you know, slightly harder to find as well, but not the first appearance. This one sold. This one is currently listed on eBay with tons of watchers for $35,000, all right? And it's because it's the certain version of it, right? Because it's hard to find as well. But it's not incredibly scarce. It's not like there's only 2 of them. So you can see the value of some of this stuff, the vintage stuff, right? Now go on a little bit further. Now we're going to start talking about some of the big time things. Now, if you can see this, I'll zoom in. I'll switch the screen a little bit here. It's my iPad. But this is a rocket firing Boba Fett. So this is the original one that never made it to the stores. And these are the ones that are the most famous because they're the most valuable. This is a prototype, so it was never handed out to kids or anything. Only Kenner Factory, you know, members or people who were like, you know, employed at the time managed to save a few. This one's graded. This one sold for $185,000, all right? Like, let that sink in. This is a toy. So I know comic books can go into the millions, you know, because they're obviously quite a bit older too. Action Comics 1 and all that. Remember, this is 1979, and this is a toy. And this is Boba Fett. So no other Star Wars toy comes close to this character, right? And it's because of his mystique, his history, how cool he is to most Star Wars collectors. So when they get wind that he's in the app, who knows what the price of him is going to be, right? So let's go on to another one right here. This is even bigger, okay? And I wanted to show you this one because this is the one that people talk about. This is another prototype, even scarcer, not even painted. You can see the back. There's like the rocket comes out. This one recently sold at an auction for $236,000. Now, this is a scarce, like a one-of-one type deal. So you're not going to get that kind of thing for the Veve one, of course. But I'm just telling you that Boba Fett is extremely valuable as collectibles, right? His comic book, just so you know, his first appearance comic book, and we'll talk about that in another video when they do drop it on Veve, because I think they probably will one day. That one goes for like $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 at a 9.8, even up to $10,000. So, I mean, you know, it is no joke, right? So let's go on to the next one right here. So this right here, this is the Boba Fett, like I said, that's in Veve, that's coming. You're probably watching this before the drop. The drop happens in a day from now. And, you know, but anyway, I wanted to release this now. But if you're watching it after and you're trying to gauge, like, how much you think that he's worth, just think about the in real world stuff. Look at the market. Our users will tell us how much it's going to be worth. I won't tell you. The users will, so the marketplace will. But if it goes up really high, everybody, then don't be surprised. This is what we're talking about. It's Boba Fett, all right? And the one right over my shoulder, that's the original, and that's why I put it there. I wanted to show you the original. The prototypes are kind of the original. But this right here, this is the 21 back, Boba Fett. This is the original Boba Fett that actually people could get their hands on in the store. There was one that you could mail away for, but this is the one that would be hanging on the shelves. And this one's going for upwards of $20,000 on eBay. All right? So, and that's including, sold listings, right? That's not just what someone's asking. That's what it goes for. So anyway, I hope this video helps out. It gives you a little bit more research about Boba Fett. Now, do your own research. Go look things up. I put a link to an article in the description of this video about the most expensive Star Wars toys, just to give you some reference. You can go look at that article if you want. That would be great. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Good luck on the Boba Fett drop, because it's coming up soon. Anyway, if you're watching this after the drop, I hope you got an ultra rare. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting.